long day. He just came in from Frankfurt. So he's been flying all day, and then this is his first day back. And of course, we had a rigorous day on the Mekong Delta. It was not quite the trip that you made. But our group, this is Royal Marymount University, which is located, it's a Jesuit university, it's located in Los Angeles. And this group is the Executive MBA program. These are students that are from diverse industries from Southern California. And they're typically, folks in our program are mid-career. They're promising upwardly mid-level managers, and they're looking for a program like this to broaden their executive skills, develop the skills, talents that's going to be required to move into senior positions of management. And so each year, as part of the capstone program, the last sort of major activity they have in the program is an international study trip. And the assumption is that it will be an American company that will either have a joint venture or perhaps a startup, maybe it will be an acquisition. But essentially the task is to try and understand what are the opportunities and challenges of doing business in an international setting. So each year we will pick a particular industry and a particular country or region. And the study this year is in the hospitality industry, and of course the country is Vietnam. So the challenge for all of us is to try and get a better understanding of what does it take to run a hotel and be successful in this kind of industry, particularly in an environment that most of us have had no experience in. So our challenge here, what we do is to meet with leaders such as yourself to get the benefit of your insights, your experiences, your thinking, to help us do a better job of developing a business plan. And so the end result of all of our efforts will be project teams will develop a comprehensive business plan, identifying and fleshing out a plan for bringing the project to life. Now, we don't actually do that, but it's an exercise. Although we have had some students who have actually gone on and implemented their business plan. So with that, I hope that's helpful in terms of who we are. And again, let me thank you so much for you and your staff for taking the time out of your busy schedule to be with us this evening.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today, particularly, I would like to say that for I myself, that is a great privilege for me to share, with all our, respected people from, Los Angeles. University is very famous, and I myself would like to share with some of my colleagues at the back. That is, we take the pride to share with you about our Rex Hotel Development Management in particular, and for at the glance for the hotel industry and tourism overall. As agenda, I think we spend about it takes you about 30 minutes through the presentation. And of course, that is exchange the ideas. And I know that you work already, some of you work already, and you now is a study tour in Vietnam. And we will let you know that the hotel industry is Vietnam and the tourism overall of Vietnam. That is very great honor for us. Okay, so hotel industry in Vietnam, tourism overview. But first of all, the Vietnam international visitor arrival. That is started from 2007 up to last year, 2013. So you see that, okay? That is 4.2 million. In 4.3, 3.8, 2010, 5 million, and 2011, 6 million, and up to last year, 2013 is 7.6 million international. And of course, that is not as much as we wish. We would like to be more. Okay. For example, in Bangkok, you see the number of international arrivals is much higher at this. And with the total revenue of Vietnam for the 2013 is 200,000 billion. It's equivalent of that, the total revenues of the 9 billion US dollars. So you look at levels of international visit to Vietnam. So you see most, majority is 61%, of the state is tourism. So, that is international. And the business, you see, business is take 16.7%. Visiting relatives are the Vietnamese overseas, and the others is 5.3% of the, international. And the country, and you see that here, most is China, more than 33%. And South Korea, 11, Japan, USA, 6.6% of this. And Taiwan, Cambodia, Australia, and the others. That is, from, the General Statistics Organization of Vietnam, and also from VNAT, Vietnam Nationals Division for Tourism. We take results of that. So you see that again, USA is 6.6, while, France only 3.1. Okay, and as you know that, I myself would like more, the American increase to come to Vietnam. Americans spend more money compared with France. And it's been my experience, okay, even the group of the people stay in the hotel, and we observe and have a measurement that, okay, they spend, this is most Americans, compared with others. Okay? See that. So you see here, as I told you, compared with Thailand, monthly international arrivals to Vietnam and Thailand, you see that Thailand is, much higher than Vietnam. So here, Thailand is very high, and Vietnam is very low. That's number of arrivals. We compare that to see that, okay, the arrivals international tourists come to Thailand is higher. So, working in the hotel industry, we would like, to facilitate, and we secure our government also, to facilitate, for more, international arrival attraction to come to Vietnam. Well, so take a look from the hotel through the country of Vietnam. So the total number of hotel from 3 to 5 star is 640. So in Hanoi, 128 hotel. In Ha Long Bay, 21. And here is 33. And Da Nang is 18. Nha Trang, 34. Da Lat and Phan Thiết, Ho Chi Minh City, 138. And Cần Thơ Province and Phu Quoc Islands. I don't know whether you go through the Vietnam or some places you discover the Vietnam. So you see, Ho Chi Minh City is the biggest. 138 hotels ranging from 3 to 5 stars. And total is, the Vietnam is the hotel across in Vietnam. So we have, you get from 5 stars, 77, and 4 star 202, and 3 star 361. Number of rooms, that's 285,000. That is also from VNAT. The number of rooms is currently now is not, I don't think, compared with others, like Bangkok, or, Malaysia, Singapore is different. And they are providing more rooms. And Vietnam is so far now, as you know, that some hotels, rating 3 star, but not up to the international, except some international management companies in Vietnam. Okay, so how about the rate? The average room rate. So here, 5-star hotel, the rate is, about between 120 and 140, and it's up and down. It depends on the markets. So 2006 up to 2013, the rate higher. Okay, the 5-star. For 4-star, So it ranges about that from 80 to more than a little bit in 90, 95. And 3-star lower, of course, above 40, but less than 55 or 60, the rates. And you see the occupancy as well here. Occupancy. 3-star occupancy is high because, rate lower. 4-star and 5-star here, you see that again. The 5-star at the end of the year 2013, a little bit increase for the occupancy rate. And we see that again, the rates also here 2013, between more than 220 and less than 140. And the occupancy with 2013 of the Rex Hotel is 78% for the Rex. With the rate is about $125 plus for the Rex. And by the region, the north from here, when you see that again, every room rate more than 85. And 2000 is higher, 90, more than 90 a little bit, and 2012 is down, and 2013 is down, but more than $85 for the Central Highland is very high. Increase Central Highland. That means that from Dalat is on the mountain, so the hotel is a limit, not a lot of room, to be provided for customer. That is why lack of hotels, lack of accommodation. And you see the occupancy rates as well by region. The north, see here, okay, increase a little bit, and for the south, this is down. So you see for the south, okay, the occupancy rate of the south of the year 2013 is down, and the rates also here, 13, a little bit down compared to 2011. Okay. The same, but that is the Central Highland. Okay, occupancy rate increase and the rate as well here. So the north is down for this. It's certified that okay for if you would like to invest, to build a hotel, it should be better than we will invest in the Central Highland. But who knows? It's very difficult for that because not much interest. And the more is in Hanoi, the capital, and in the south, especially the municipalities. Annual room rate, occupancy rate, and the RevPAR. So you see the annual. So the annual room rate. You see that again, 2008 is here, and 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012 for that. So the occupancy is about 50%. And the RevPAR, you see that the RevPAR here, 2007 is very big, and 8. The reason why because at that time Vietnam is is a member of WTO, the member of WTO, so a lot of international arrival onto Vietnam, and the hotel room is not ready for that, so the room rate is increased. At that time, we had many meeting relating the travel agent, they make noise about the room rate, but the hotel in the air, we know, the markets are like that, we should increase. That's the reason why you see in 2007 and 2008, this is high, and the red bar as well. But here, later by letter, you see the red bar like that. Anyway, average occupancy rate is also, you see that, okay, this high. So you see that. So that is the hotel rate. So occupancy is not high. How is not high compared to other. Number, the top 10 cities have lower prices hotel, as you know, number 1 in Phnom Penh, 55, Hanoi City 5.2. That is, we don't have, you know, the classify for, you know, 5-star, 4-star. That is, you know, for the hotel rate. So, Siem Reap is 70.2, Chiang Mai, Thailand, 76.9, 77, Pattaya, the same. Ho Chi Minh City, 95.2. Latvia, you know, Riga, more than 100, and Bangkok, the same. Krakow, Poland, more than 100, and, you know, Litva, Venice, you know, 100. And you see, New York, 309, Key West, 285. That is, you see that. So Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City is very, very low price for the hotels. But, you know, when any person, you know, they come to stay and ask me, hey, why you are the head of Ho Chi Minh City Hotel Association, why the hotel rate is so high? When, you know, the hotel offer them 150, 160, and they complain. But actually, you know, 95 US dollar Ho Chi Minh City for the hotel is reason compared to this. Of course, you know, we can't compare Ho Chi Minh City with New York, we can't compare Ho Chi Minh City with all. But actually, you know, we say that Ho Chi Minh City 95.3, this is not high. In Hanoi also, you know, 65. And how about, you know, the gas? International, you said that. For example, 2013, 76.7% compared that in domestic. That for local people increase. So more than 70, 80%, more than 75% is notice, you know, the create for the revenue of the hotel is international, and domestic is not much. Okay, so now some brand name hotel industry in Vietnam. So global, you see, Intercontinental Hotel Group, they have in Vietnam already. Hanoi, we have Intercontinental and Crown Plaza and Da Nang. So we have, you know, Holiday Inn as well in Hanoi for the high-entry group. They have that. Another one is Starwood. They have, you know, of course, Sheraton and Le Méridien. Le Méridien in Vietnam, in Saigon, this will be opening, you know, in the end of this year. Now it's under finished everything to open for this year. Yeah. Yes, sir.
I see you have a W Hotel.
The W Hotel here, no, in Vietnam, you know, not yet. Not yet. W Hotel, they have the, you know, the stock in Marriott, you know, you will see here, okay? The Accor, we have Sofitel, Pullman, Novotel, McHugh, and Ibex. The Marriott, we have the Renaissance, and we have GW Marriott in Hanoi. Under, you know, all the same owner of the Decor, you know, tower in the city. So we have a G Marriott, Dublin Marriott, Renaissance in the city. In Da Nang is, you know, they have the Crab Plaza. Okay, so many the famous, you know, hotel group, the global brands, you know, be invested in Vietnam and also operated in Vietnam. So that is, you know, compared with Bangkok, they have many different in Vietnam as well. And we have no, you know, for example, the Nariti Hotel, the Mandarin Hotel, Shangri-La, and many we don't have. And I myself also thought to the investor in Vietnam. So if you build a hotel, you know, for example, the Mandarin Hotel Orient is a very good name as well. But nobody, you know, did for that. And the Shangri-La is not yet. We will have another one, you know, now it's under construction. This is, you know, the Ritz-Carlton. Ritz-Carlton will be, in the next year, in the end of next year. Very downtown center. That is some global brands. And you see some local brands. First, I would like to introduce you is the Saigon Tourist. And Saigon Tourist is the biggest, hotel and tourism, corporate in Vietnam. The Rex is, the subsidiary of Saigon Tourist. Okay, so we have the Rex and Thursday with the same umbrella of Saigon Tourist. So Saigon Tourist, they have the 48 more than 54 hotel ranking from 3 to 5 star. They have the 2-star under Saigon Tourist, all 100% is Rex Hotel and Majestic Hotel at the river side of Saigon. So they have a joint venture with the foreign company, and the New World Hotel is Saigon Tourist joint venture in Colorado, in Sheraton, many hotels, and domestic is through Vietnam, the nationwide. The second is I would like to talk about the Moon Tan Group. That is, the hotel developer. But actually, I would like to say that the real estate developer. Moon Tan is, more than 30 hotels. Of course, ranking from 3 to 5 star, and through Vietnam, especially, north. In Vietnam, in Saigon, Moon Tan had the project to build 2 hotels. But the problem is, the very fast development. So the management, the quality, this is a big problem. And I talked to the owner as well. If you can, manage, and you should have send your people to have well trained. And if not, you are the person, to have this board, the image of hotel industry. It's bad. That is not expected, meet the expectation. And I talked to the VNAT leader as well. So we should have the strategies for people working in hotel industry, especially for the Moon Tan Group. Okay. Another one is the Van Group, very big. When we continue in China, you see the Vinberg. This is the island. Okay. The Vinberg Group is, they have Vinberg Nha Trang and Vinberg Da Nang. They have the Vinberg Lang Vân and Ha Giang as well. And that hotel is a 5-star up to 6-star. Yeah. In Da Nang, there is now under, nearly finished as one 6-star and resort. One resort will be finished in this year, 500 rooms. Very big in Phu Quoc Island. Under the Vinberg Group. Besides that, the Vinberg Group, they have, Vinberg Medic, for medical, treatment, medical care. Another one is real estate and village, everything for the real estate for home. Many things that very big for the group. TMG. I think that if you are interested in Vietnam, the Thiên Minh Group is the owner, and they bought the license, the brand name from Victoria, from Iron or French. So now they develop 11 hotel and resort, ranking 3 to 4 star only. They have from Vietnam, and they have in Cambodia and Laos. They have the Victoria. So talking about the hotel industry, and the 4 brand here is very big in Vietnam. The biggest is Saigon Tourist, and Vinberg is luxury, and Thiên Minh is okay, like that, 3 or 4. But that is also from 3 to star. But I would like to say that, okay, the quality of service and products, and in terms of, the hotel management is not up to standard. And they now, the owner, the manager, the director, CEO understand that, and they are now selecting people, working before with all the joint venture hotel to set up a team, and they restructure and train for their name for that. It's very lucky for the hotel industry in Vietnam, I told them, okay. And if the, for example, the group from overseas they come to stay, your hotel receive quality and the service is not meet their expectations, so they will stay. Or the hotel is bad, that's spot in something. And now they know that. So they have the team now selecting people, advise them should. Quality is very important. Quality is first. If you have no quality, please don't open the hotel. I tell you, okay? That is mine. I'm the person who would like to talk to them. Okay. Due to, you know, for the shape of the Vietnam hotel industry. Well, so now is about the Rex. At the glance for the hotel industry in Vietnam, now I would like to talk about the Rex. That is you know, the Rex is the leading luxury hotel symbolizing the Vietnamese industry. That is our vision of the Rex. Okay. So we have the vision, mission, and value. We have the car. Okay. So I would like you to share with you. Here we have the and every my hotel staff, they have this card. Okay, share. Okay, here, Crystal, you can share. So the you see that okay, the vision is, you know, Rex Hotel, the leading luxury hotel, symbolizing the Vietnamese hospitality. But as you can see here, it's not really luxury. Of course, Rex has long, you know, history, long characters, you know, for a long time. So I'm the person who, you know, talk to my Saigon tourism holding company to invest more to improve, you know, the records for that. Of course, we keep something for, you know, the history. So you see that okay, the mission is other guests. We are dedicated to offer luxury service within the characters, right personal service. It's expectation is very important. I should say it's good life as well. For the employee, we recognize, reward, and you know, value loyalty, dedication, merit-based performance, and creating our employees. Everything, you know. We provide career development, personal, professional growth, and attractive salary, of course. Take on when you self-esteem, facilitate application of the experience, knowledge, and skill, and encourage teamwork. Okay. For the owners, Saigon tourists, we create top performance through, you know, keep our assets and maximizing profit, development, strengthen the brand of the brand, and also for the Saigon tourists as well. For the value, we respect our guests and their wish. We ensure the highest standard quality in our product facilities as well. Integrity, deliver premium services with integrity, passion, and innovation. Employee development, loyalty, that is our mission, vision, value. And I told my people working at the Rex, you please remember that customer is first. Putting the customer first. Whatever you do, whatever we spend money, how much we spend money for our customer. And we must provide any service and products exceed as much as possible for our customer expectation. Then, this is, you know, we would like to do customer satisfaction. Next is, okay, here you see 1927 and early 20th centuries when it was originally opened as a frame garage. More than 80 years, Rex has been a landmark to see the witness of the Japan Battle. Rex is, you know, the place, especially the GI American, you know, during the American Vietnam War, you know, GI they come back. Later you come to the rooftop, you see Mr. John Kerry's, you know, the state secretary, he visited here, and I have four to take and run with her. And he's very nice, and he's very happy to come back to the Rex. And during the time of the war, he was the person who visited here and have a beer, last meeting here, and have a beer the same. It's very, very happy for that. You will see. Okay. So history. So you see here some pictures in 1927, 1962, 1985 like this, 2000 and 2015. It's after we, have remodeled installed here for the brand of the Chanel, Cartier, and some luxury brand of this. Okay, for the Rex. So you see the Rex products. That's very, fast. I think so. Total room 286. And some picture other room as well. We have the East Wing, Executive Wing, and West Wing. Okay. So that is some Governor's Suite. The Governor's Suite. Hey, I don't know, Christopher, why your group didn't stay at the Rex. Give that opportunity to serve the donation the money if I get that. I will invite you to stay in Saigon in hospitality. Very sorry we missed the time. You will get it. All right. That Imperial Suite, very stylish, very executive suite as well. Residential suite. That room is, most occupied by president, prime minister, some CEO. And this morning we welcome, Prime Minister of Laos, Mr. Thompson, his status as well. Just for this. In restaurants and bar, we have the Korean restaurant that is, provided in the Vietnamese cuisine. And for mine, but later you will see what the song, Dixie special Vietnamese cuisine. We have the first and the biggest vertical garden in Vietnam, in the hotel. And the Guinness of Vietnam books, they have, a certificate for the first biggest vertical in Vietnam for me. Okay, later you will see that. So we saw here we have August, the range for the event that is, Salvador, very famous. And we have the wedding as well for this, the vertical garden. The rooftop bar, that is, I talked that again, where the Particulary before, and especially the GM, they come back and they will come here to see. According to the Newsweek, Rex Rooftop Garden Bar is one of 1,000 places to see before you die. So happily to die in time. Sure, what's that time? Okay. Yeah, later we will go to the Rooftop Bar and we enjoy a cocktail there. After you have the tour of the hotel. Okay. So rooftop bar and the conference and meeting room like this. Okay. With the capacity is that 1,000 person benefit most bright the international industry. And most of the mines, the documents that they relating to, I would like to talk about the mines. Record number 3 ranking after intercontinental, and the shelter. Record number 3. Survey the minded team. So you see the smiles and everything without staff, during the time to serve other guests with a smile from the bottom, from the heart. Okay, so I asked my staff, please smile. I paid you money already. Please. I remind them. Okay, because sometimes my staff, pay much attention to serving the guests, they forget. So we remind them. So that is photo to see that again. We have the serving-minded team, smiles and greeting here also. And I talked to my staff, we can't do great job. We cannot to be, prime minister. We cannot to be the minister. Okay, we do great job. We cannot do. We do a small thing with the passion. What you can smile from your heart, bottom of the heart. We love to serve you. So that dedication to my staff, our customer, the development of this works. And now is the country's management. I thought with our team that the authentic leadership. And Mike Harjada, you know everything about. I thought about the 5 I's. Okay, first is insight and initiative, influence, impact, integrity. And ask, all my department head and the management board should be ensemble, a good mirror for the staff to mirror. So we ask them to take action. What the 5E leadership, the insight, initiative, ensemble, make influence. You have the impact for your staff to move up, and the most important thing, integrity. We cannot do something wrong. Integrity we should. Okay, so we keep our honest. Should be honesty, everything. Okay, so many times I talk to my people related to that for the authentic leadership. And I must ask one. I should be a good mirror for my staff to mirror. And I talk to my people, especially the department head and manager. Okay, you have the 2 eyes to observe your staff. And for example, you have the 60 people, and otherwise, the 60 people, they have 120 to 20 eyes to observe. So don't say that you are a manager, whatever you like you can do. No, that is not integrity. That is not the authentic leadership. And I ask all my people to do that, especially the department head, director, the hotel management. And some people here also ask why they are real managers, and they always take action for authentic leadership. When I develop my staff. For the right characters and business philosophy. And I am a person, to talk to the people, and I make presentation for, the meeting of Saigon tourism for the VNA team. My business philosophy is, very simple, like mathematics. Okay, we have addition, minus, with multiple, and we have division. So, what we have for, the addition? First, for the revenue, we take any advantage to maximize our revenue. So, we would like to develop more creation, teamwork, dedication, and sharing, and add development for our customers. So that is what we should add with plus for that. So the business philosophy is very simple for us. And how about minus? So we minus the cost. Cost here, something, if we don't pay attention here, we have the revenue that will increase also the cost. It doesn't need, it doesn't get me back. So we have, we should minus error, we should, I talk to my staff that, okay, we can't accept, the style of it. We don't accept even, minor mistake. And especially, what we come today we have, and the complacency should be eliminated. And some people said, okay, they are very rare what, we get for the last year. But I told them that, okay, last year in the past already. And that is the experience knowledge that now is we set up a higher target and we should jump higher. And we should do like that. So we minus for the complacency. Some of my people, they thought that the record is very good now, and many compliments from customer, and they have something like this. I ask them, okay, please don't complacency. Okay, for the work countries. And how about amount? Okay, we say we have revenue to take any the opportunity to increase revenues, and we should management, we should have good management for the cost, and we will have multiple for profit. Get empathy, and I guess satisfaction also should be notified for the rest. That's business for branding. And especially for typical salmon. Not only for the manager, as I told you that we should have set you yourself as the good example and the mirror for your staff to do. But for any staff, for example, the loss and found, the loss of item of the guest, for example, left over at the lobby, and anybody of the hotel, take that and return, and we have the loss and found procedure, and we return to the guest, and the employee will have more, some million, for example. And for my staff here, some people, the last time, one security guard told you a story, the one of the guest, after sitting at the lobby armchair, and when he left, he lift off our wallet and a lot of cash, credit card. The equivalent is more than 100 million value like that, cash also. But my staff don't want, cannot take, the report. And that person will be nominated as the employee of the federal judge last nominated. And doing that, we would like to send a message to all the people, working in the works, that our integrity, honesty should be kept, no matter whether it's head position, you should follow. That is the true story. So we are not for the profits, and we also ask this, we have more, staff the empathy. We do always for our guest certification and increase, ticketness and we share, for the children. We share all the children for our people. So you see happiness, the income, and the CLR, corporate social responsibility also, knowledge and experience. And many other hotel managers also, they send the people to direct for on the job training as well. We very happy to welcome them on the job training. They will stay work with us. They are 10 days, 2 weeks, and even some hotel they stay 1 month for the management on job training. So sustainable development in the Rex Hotel as well. First is for our employees. Second, customer and partner, environment, of course, and finally is the voluntary social activity. We funded so many sports events, social, cultural, many relating to help people to build bricks in the rural, remote place, and some other projects to help the poor. We would like to educate our people to share, our achievement and to share for people now. So, Brexit only here we have the CLR, corporate social responsibility for sustainable development, and we care for, environmental protection and our hotel policy. I tell you a story that when I came to American State, in Los Angeles, your states as well, Hilton. And I saw, they had a notice that our policy to reserve for the global from, heating, and our policy to change the sheet and the towel 3 nights stay. And of course when you check out. And when I saw that, when I come back to Vietnam, immediately I applied. In American, Hilton is rich. American is rich country, very rich country. But 3 nights, if you stay there, they change for you 1 sheet and even towel when you have, hanging, or if you put, a sign on the table on your bed, it will change, of course. And I decided that we can rest 4 nights, not true. 4 nights. And when I thought to Saigon tourist, meeting for all, the general manager of all hotel, how to maximize the benefit and reduce and reserve 4-hour limits. And they said I tell something wrong because you get more complaint. And I myself, guarantee that no complaint related to this because the people living in the developed country, they pay much attention for, the climate, the environmental protection. And Rex now, 4 days. You stay here 4 nights, and we said that we stay clearly out of policy is that careful. And if you would like to say the jam, daily, you will put, our sign in the paper, and no comment. We reserve, the chemical, we limit for the chemical, for longer as well. And for the annotation of the towel of our sheet also. So we keep that, and that is the cost we minus to create more, benefit. And benefits not only for this, but for the CNR, for many people. So we would like to share. Okay, so the Rex CNR. And achievement, you see here, okay, 2009, the total revenue of the Rex is, about $14.5 million US dollars. But 2010, we increased, okay, 2095. And 11, we have more than 20 million. 2012, we're down 370 billion in equivalents, 81 million. The reason why here we drop down, that's because we close the one wing, at the east wing to remodel for 125 euros. And we take 1 year for that. And we decided to close or remodel that, okay? And I will finish and we open again 386 total after renovation. And at that time, we also, just operated about 161 rooms, 161 rooms. So that is why the occupancy of the revenues, And 2013, last year, we get about this, about more than 18 million US dollars with the same. Okay, we just finished, the renovation at the end of the year 2013, last year. And we hopefully this year, and our team, set a target for 500 billion in Vietnam, about 25 million US dollars. And you see, Rex is EBITDA. EBITDA is, we minus for earnings before the interest, tax, and depreciation and amortization. So you see the figure here. 2008 is about, 38% increase in 2010, 41, 48. You see 53, and last year 54% for the GOP. Hotel management in America is different from Vietnam Saigon tourism. But we see that our profit increased yearly, and that reason why Rex and people are very happy with the wallet a little bit. This year, heavier than last year. The wallet is heavier because we improved this. And when the wallet is, heavier, so the heart is light. Okay, so that makes my staff happy. Okay, so here you see that we have the vision, mission, value. We apply strictly laws. We have position policy. So with the quality management, so we build, we care of our employee, customer expectation. We do practice authentic leadership. We have the products and service, expectation of customer. We do the CSR. We increase competency, branding, and product. We share for our employee like this. And that is three, through the quality management. So all the people at Rex explain to them if we, here in our route, routine like that. You see, so my staff is realize that it's very important. We should have vision, mission, value, lies, strict rules. Any problem we should have also in policy should have SOP. In management, we have everything being fit. I told them we should have the standard of operation procedure. We will have profit with the tree, green, and food as well, flower, fruit like this. Okay? So thank you very much for your